Okay, Luke, nice to catch up with you. A couple of games back in the side, and of course, a win which was much needed, really, in a way, on Tuesday night. And I think at the end of the day, you would have all judged it, and you probably thoroughly deserved it.
After the 90 minutes, I'd say definitely. I mean, it's hard because the way that we play, and obviously teams are doing the research and, looking at previous games, and they're probably thinking more about us than themselves, which is a compliment, but they're setting up game plans to try and stop us, which sometimes makes it, at the start harder to break teams down and to get into a rhythm. That they'll stick a couple of men on Ryan to stop him playing, which is obviously fundamental for the way that we play. But overall, the 90 minutes in the second half, the game opened up, and we had a lot of chances, and it probably could have been a few more.
I think a few weeks ago, or probably just after you signed and started the season, when you were in the early weeks, you did say to me that you felt as though Crewe could surprise quite a lot of clubs this year. You've been there now a few weeks into the games. I think it's the 14th, 15th game. You've still got that feeling that, there's a lot more to come and you can have a good season?
Definitely. I mean, it's obviously a very cliched statement, but we do need to take each game as it comes, and try and keep progressing. As I said, teams are looking at us and trying to stop us. So it's something that we're working on for when teams do that and, make it hard for us to play out. We've also got a plan B, which we can be effective at. But yeah, I mean, you've seen as well, Gray, some of the football that's been played. It's probably the best I've seen, even before the time, I was here last time. So, if we can continue on that run, we pick up a couple of good results, and then we tend to lose a couple, which, we need to try and sort that out. If we turn a few of them losses into draws even, the manager's trying to get, winning mentality here, which I think is obviously already here from last year. But coming up a league, the standard, no disrespect to League Two, but is higher. But yeah, to go back to your question about surprising people, I think that we can be underdogs and go under the radar, which is what we want to do. And then from the second half of the season, really push on.
Let's have a look at Luke Murphy on a personal note then, because when you did arrive, you did say that you've been a bit short and down on being fully fit and getting your full pre-season. It took a bit of time. I think you've had a bit of a niggling injury. Then you didn't get picked, which is fair enough. The manager decided about that. But now you're back in the team. Do you feel as though you're there in fitness and you've now settled right down?
Fitness-wise, yeah. It's weird because everyone and myself sees myself as a senior player now, which I am. But I'm still every day and every game learning. The team had a lot of success last year playing the way that we do, and I've come in and I've got to fit into that system. It's something new to me. It's a new role that, I mean, I've played there before, but what's being asked is new, and I'm relishing trying to improve at it. I think there's a long way to go. You'd have asked me 12 months ago, you'd have never seen me running in behind. But as I said, it's something that I'm learning, trying to learn at. I'm working with Kenny and the manager to try and get better at that role, when to run, when to come off. But as I said, yeah, I think fitness-wise, I'm there or thereabouts, and I am actually really enjoying it. And as I said, learning every day. So yeah, no, it's good.
I bet you one thing I know you're frustrated about is you haven't scored yet.
No, I know, and I've had a couple of chances the last few games, and I was actually annoyed at coming off on Tuesday, but obviously that's absolutely fine. It was worked out the right thing to do, but I could just smell that the game was opening up, and I thought it would be a really good chance to get off the mark. But obviously, Ollie came on, and he is the best at getting chances. He finds himself in positions that, you know, again, I'm trying to learn off and watch what he does, because every game he could have had a hatful in the space of 15 minutes on Tuesday. And for me, it's not a negative that he didn't score. It's an absolute positive, because it's so encouraging that he's getting in them positions and giving us a chance to, you know, add more goals to the team.
Well, let's look at your next opponents, because they're very close to you as well. I know you had a terrific time there. They must always be in your thoughts. You'll be away from your thoughts from 3 o'clock till 5 tomorrow, but you'll be up against your mate and around with your mate with John Brayford in the team as well. That's another interesting fact about the game.
Yeah, as you said, that, you know, I had a great 18-month spell at Burton. It was a club that I went to that was the closest to what I could remember Crewe being like. You know, such a really nice family, welcoming club. Similar morals. Great manager at the time. Loved him to bits. But as you said, you know, I've got a job to do tomorrow. And, you know, with all disrespect to Burton, I'd love to come away there with 3 points. But yeah, there's a few, you know, familiar faces there for me. Bray, obviously, I've been around with Bray and obviously keep in touch. Luke Varney, who I seem to follow everywhere, and, you know, he's one of the best. Such a great lad. So yeah, it'll be nice to go back there. But as you said, it's professional head on and trying to get 3 points.